Hello students. So let's continue the explanation from the chapter Constitutional Design. Now we'll see what the constitutions below. First, it generates a degree of trust and the coordination that is necessary for the different kind of the people to live together. Second, it specifies how the government will be constituted, who will have the power to take which decisions. Third, it lays down the limits on the powers of the government and tells us what the rights of the citizens are. Fourth, it expresses the aspiration of the people about creating a good societies. All countries that have the constitutions are not necessarily democratic, but all countries that are democratic will have the constitutions. Now we'll see the making the Indian Constitution. India's constitution was drawn up under very difficult circumstances. The country was born through a partition on the basis of the religious differences, and it was a traumatic experience for the people of India and Pakistan as well. The British had left it to the rulers of the princely states to decide whether they want to merge with India or with Pakistan or remain independent. The merger of these princely states was difficult and uncertain task. When the constitution was being written, the future of the country did not look as secure as it does today. Now, one of the major advantages for the makers of the Indian Constitution was that the consensus about what a democratic India should look like had already evolved during the freedom struggle. In 1928, Motilal Nehru and and 8 other Congress leaders drafted the Constitution for India in 1931. The resolution at the Karachi session of the Indian National Congress dwelt on how the independent India's constitution should look like. Both these documents included features such as the universal adult franchise, right to freedom, and equality to protecting the rights of the minorities in the Constitution of Independent India. The basic values were accepted by all leaders much before the Constituent Assembly met to deliberate on the Constitution. That is why Indian Constitution adopted many institutional details and procedures from the colonial laws like the Government of India Act 1935. Many of our leaders were inspired by the ideals of the French Revolution, the practice of the parliamentary democracy in Britain, and Bill of the Rights in the US. So from the different part of the world, we have chosen the best part of governing the country. The drafting of the now we'll see the Constituent Assembly. The drafting of the Constitution was done by an assembly of the elected representative called the Constituent Assembly. Elections to the Constituent Assembly were held in July 1946 and its first meeting was held in December 1946. Soon after, the country was divided into two, India and Pakistan, and the Constituent Assembly was also divided into the Constituent Assembly of India and that of Pakistan. The Constitution Assembly that wrote the Indian Constitution had 299 members. The Assembly adopted the Constitution on 26 November 1949, but it came into effect on the 26th January 1950. To mark this day, we celebrate January 26 as Republic Day every year. Why should we accept the constitution made by this assembly more than 6 decades ago? So there are the reasons for this. The first reason for this is the constitution does not reflect the views of its members alone. It expresses a broad consensus of its time. The second reason for the accepting the constitution is that the Constituent Assembly represented the people of India. Finally, the manner in which the Constituent Assembly worked gave the power to the Constitution. The Constitutional Assembly worked in a systematic, open, and the consensual manners. First, some basic principles were decided and agreed upon. Then a drafting committee chaired by the Dr. Ambedkar prepared a draft constitution for discussion. Several rounds through discussion took place on the draft constitution clause by clause. More than 2000 amendments were considered. Every document was presented and every word spoken in the Constituent Assembly has been recorded and preserved. These are called the Constituent Assembly debates. That's it for today, students.